you ready? I am. Welcome back, guys. We are closing in on the final moment for this tournament. If you just tuned in, you're watching Weekings, and we are actually getting ready for the finals. It's between going to Korea, a mixed team performing amazingly, seeded 1, versus Nebado, also playing amazingly well, actually managed to get out of losers bracket. So this is gonna be amazing. We are walking into a best of 5 scenario, but the upper bracket team already has 1 win. So hopefully we're gonna get some amazing game ahead of us. The teams are actually ready right now, so I'm just gonna give them the go signal, and we can go straight into picks and bans. Are you ready, Oscar?
Yeah, of course, man. This is the finals. Like, we've been getting so many games, but this is the last one. Hopefully the best one. Like, we've seen some amazing stuff coming out of both of these teams.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen so many games of Nebado the last couple of hours, but we haven't seen too much of going to Korea lately. So let's see if they've been practicing some kind of weird setup or something.
Yeah, hopefully. They've been actually doing good at just mixing up the meta. Like, we were just like pretty impressed about their AD carry mid and Tryndamere top lane we saw yesterday, and they're just really good at reacting on new stuff. So they seem pretty confident, and because they have a lot of high-level players on the Danish scene, they are definitely going in to win this one for sure. So, straight into the picks and bans phase, and Draven, Nunu, the first 2 banned champions. So, yeah, pretty standard stuff. We talked about this every game so far, actually. Draven, Nunu, always banned, but for a particular reason, they are beast.
Yeah, we did see Draven one game, and he was pretty much beasting it up, doing so much damage, and we also saw Nunu stealing away those buffs, 1 or 2 games I believe.
Yeah.
And we also see Evelynn and Thresh bans coming out. Thresh, also a very standard ban. Evelynn, we have seen her banned a couple of times. We haven't seen her play yet though.
No, when I'm actually thinking about it, I'm not sure any of the players I know in this tournament actually playing Eve as a main character. So it's definitely worth banning, because she can be a menace and she can snowball really well and be just amazing in the jungle. But I don't know, I'm not sure if anyone actually plays her that well. So, but still a ban. Nami here coming out banned for going to Korea against Nebado. They've been playing it a lot the past couple of games. Nami and Tress, it seems like, are Kun's favorites at the moment. So wondering what he's gonna pick right now, since they both are banned. But we'll just have to wait until they have the time to pick.
Yeah, indeed. Like, we haven't actually. That's pretty much the first support ban apart from Thresh, that Nami ban. So we haven't really seen any other support being banned out yet so far. We see a Shen ban coming out. We've seen Shen a couple of games, sometimes to great success, sometimes not doing so well. We saw one game where Shen actually got pretty much outpushed by a Katarina with teleport. So there are obviously things to do that can counter a Shen pretty badly.
Yeah.
We see Elise being picked up as the first pick for going to Korea.
Definitely, and this is tryhard mode, ladies and gentlemen. First pick Elise is so good just because you don't show your cards at all. You're not giving out any position whatsoever, and you're still having a perfect champion for so many situations. Like, whatever is just coming for this Elise right now, he could be able to probably build towards it, and it's just such a versatile champion. So awesome pickup there. We're gonna see LA Gamble picking up Jace for his team, and Sona as well.
Wow, we might see an Alistar. We haven't seen Alistar all tournament, and he's not really that usual of a pick. Like, he's always been pretty viable, but no one seems to be picking him these days.
No, he's definitely very situational. You really need to kind of build your bot lane and your almost your entire team around him, just because he has great initiate, but you really need something that can follow up on that, and it's the assassin that is needed. And assassins is not like the current meta so much, so I think Alistar is probably not gonna pick. Also in lane phase, he is a bit of a wild card, because sometimes he's doing great job and can just, whenever he gets in, he can do a lot of havoc. But if he gets in or misses the combination or something, it can really turn things around badly. So definitely a wild card there.
Yeah, you would have to be pretty damn experienced with as an Alistar player to play him to his best extent. However, they decide to lock in Blitzcrank and Graves here.
Oh
It's gonna
yeah.
be a pretty strong bot lane against a Sona, because going up against Blitzcrank as Sona can be really, really good if you manage to dodge his grabs and apply a lot of poke. However, if you get grabbed, you are going to die.
Yeah, and you just need that one good hook, man. If he just lands that hook, he should be able to just completely annihilate this Sona. Just because she's so squishy level 1 or level 3 or whatever. So if he just gets in there, gets a grab, gets the knock up, and the burst damage from Grace when he's on close range, it's really can annihilate a Sona in every situation, actually.
Yeah, so they're hovering over Ashe as well. Not sure what they're gonna pick as the fourth one, though. We have seen Ashe coming out once this tournament, and that once he was really doing work. He was landing those. He was on point with those ultimates. I don't think he missed a single one.
Yeah, that
Like
was
every
so amazing.
time he used his ult, it was followed up by that Fiddlesticks Fear, I believe, and so much CC, and they basically locked down the target until it was dead. This time though, they don't have quite that amount of CC. They have that Sona ultimate to follow up with, but they don't have too much more. Oh my god, are they gonna bring out the tournament again?
Could be pretty awesome to see. It's exciting to see if they're actually ready for it, if they talked about it in any way. He's been so dominant in the 2 games he's been in. One of the games he was just completely fed and no one could control him. Second game, he wasn't actually the fed one on the team, but he just applied so much pressure with just keeping on pushing this top lane. So bringing in that Russian meta, as you talked about, it's really awesome to see. It's actually gonna be locked in, pretty cool. And
Oh my god, is it gonna be Galio once again? Didn't they play? Yeah, they played. I remember Horny Yordle was on Galio yesterday as well, and they were running Tryndamere
Oh.
and Bane. They
Oh.
decided to look in at Gragas
Oh
actually.
god, I just texted Horny Yordle with, before the game and he asked what should I play. I just was kidding and said yeah, play Gragas. So he's
Seems
actually...
like you listen to your call, man.
Oh yeah, okay, this is dedication, man. +1 Horny Yordle, but you better perform, dude. Definitely not worth throwing a game just because of that pick. I know he's really good at playing like these kind of a bit of special champions right here there. So
Oh,
he
wow.
could play an amazing Gragas.
Are they actually picking Warwick? If they would have gone ahead and picked Warwick, they would have a lot of follow-up for that Ashe ultimate. But I'm not sure Warwick is as strong as other champions, though.
Well, no. Warwick is once again a bit lackluster. He provides a great ultimate, but so many teams are really good at just focusing on whenever this ultimate is coming. But it could be viable. Oh, we gotta switch here, of course. Could be a Warwick top against Tryndamere, but not gonna see how that would work out. But it is gonna be Ahri, probably Ahri mid against Gragas, which should be a great pick, and Jace top against Tryndamere.
Indeed, I believe that after level 6, Ari really has that a little small edge onto Gragas in the mid lane. With her ultimate, she can really like dodge the barrels from Gragas.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super hard for Gragas to actually land those barrels after Ari hits level 6. And he's gonna have to watch out really pre-level 6 as well for those Lee Sin ganks, because that's gonna be pretty dangerous for him. Hopefully he'll bring some early game wards though.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about the wards, man. And we've seen it so much when there is this Lee Sin in the mix. He is so aggressive early, and Santorin has been playing Lee Sin for the past 3 games in this tournament, so he's definitely warm and he's ready for this. So if he's able to pull off some amazing Lee Sin plays, as he did in a couple of games earlier, he's gonna be a complete menace. He's been focusing a lot around the mid lane, and really just when he gets an idea of how he can gank the lane, he's just gonna sit there and he's really gonna take his time on ganking, but with great succession. So really good by him so far.
Yeah,
But there's so much.
though.
There's so many lanes you really want to talk about. Like we discussed about the bot lane, how it's gonna actually probably gonna pan out if Blitzcrank on XL Winner, if he can just get those hooks in. If he can't, and if they're not gonna like well, start snowballing in the earlier levels, maybe they are gonna be in a bit of trouble just from the sheer poke from Ashe. Just that's the volley is just amazing, just to poke down whoever. And Blitz is gonna be an offensive support, so he's probably gonna be in range for a lot of volleys.
Yeah, indeed. And also, if the game progresses without Graves and Blitzcrank getting some kind of advantage bot lane, Ashe is obviously a late game carry, so he's gonna be a lot stronger late game if you compare it to Graves. He has a little bit longer range, and he also has his ultimate, which really helps the team a lot. And he also has the slow coming out from his auto attack, so if this game goes to late game, this Ashe is gonna be hard to deal with.
Definitely so. It's gonna be pretty exciting. Again, top lane. We talked about Tryndamere, how he was impactful in the couple of games he played on that champion. Really was a strong, well, not so much a strong laner, but he was always able to get out of the lane phase fairly quickly, managing to rate for around like 1,000 gold, could go back with a Vamp scepter, coming back to lane, and has so much lifesteal that it couldn't poke him down. And after that, he just started snowballing. He just completely took control of every lane he was in. He was against a Cannon, who was a fairly good pick against him, and he managed to just annihilate him one-on-one. So I'm wondering how Jay is gonna play against him right here. He is playing Jace, so straight off the bat, I would say Jace is having the upper hand right here. But once again, Pokemon Code is playing really well.
Yeah, indeed he is. And as soon as he goes back to base, Pokemon Code, when he picks up that Vampire Scepter, he's gonna have such a ridiculous amount of sustain. We saw that yesterday. Like, Cannon was able to kinda bully him out in the early stages of the game before he got that lifesteal, but after he got the lifesteal, it was so hard for Cannon to push him out of lane, and he was just sustaining for all he had. Like, he was in lane for ages and just kept shoving that lane, farm between turrets, and there was nothing really being able to stop him at that point.
Exactly that, exactly that. So we're gonna go into the game right here. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, guys, and we'll see you on the other side for the grand finals, game 1 in this best of 5 succession. Stay tuned.
Komplet er Nordens største producent af PC'er. Vi konfigurerer hver PC efter dit behov. Du har et vidt spektrum af komponenter at vælge imellem. I tillæg giver vi 3 års garanti.
Forward! I'm Brola! Bromacia! Forward, guys! We can do this! Let's fucking win! Yahoo!
Alright, guys, we are getting in game, and we are definitely ready, and I'm already loving this Viking Tryndamere.
Oh my god, man, that fucking video was awesome. That was awesome, man.
Oh, that's so awesome. You almost need to hear the backstory behind that. That's so epic. Me and a friend just went down to the woods, borrowed some Viking gear, and filmed a bunch of video. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to get it all rendered up, but there's definitely gonna come some cool Viking videos in the future, so stay tuned for that. But guys, we are in game, and we are on the way with the first final game of tonight. This is a best of 5 scenario, meaning that there are potentially 5 games. One of the 2 teams has to win 3 games to actually win the first prize here in this tournament. Since going to Korea is coming from upper bracket, they have what's called 1-up, and 1-up meaning they have 1 win already. So if they win the 2 games in a row right now, they are actually the winner. So a bit of an advantage right there. But it's going to be exciting to see how it actually pans out. And of course, a pause is coming out. It's the routine. We have to get into the game and like a minute pause or so. It's pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, it's like a ritual. Like you have to do it every game or you can't play. So, or well, we've had pretty much have had one of these pauses every other game this tournament.
Yeah.
However, game usually starts pretty quickly after the pause happened. So we should be getting under in as soon as possible. Actually, the game is starting right now. So let's see if any of the team decides to go for the early game invade here.
Yeah, we talked about it a bit earlier in the tournament. Like, you have a Blitzcrank. You are like almost meant to do something early, just because you have such a great opportunity for it. And you can actually follow up with a lot. We have Explicit with Cocoon. He's able to skill that up probably mid-air, and just if he hit that afterwards the hook, you're in a perfect situation. They're actually going straight down mid lane here, actually spotting out Lee Sin. So they probably have some kind of idea what's actually going on, but they're definitely gonna be gathered here for the first couple of minutes. Actually, what going down? They are managing to taping it out. Good job by Hornyard and Explicit together, but they're just yeah, just trying to say hi and say good luck, guys. Let's have a good one.
Yeah, we have a few taunts coming out there, but here's Blitzcrank coming a little bit sneaky here actually. Tryndamere trying to bait something out of here, and Blitzcrank and Elise, they're actually working around.
Oh, they actually got Kunsk! Unfortunately, there's no follow-up, but man, he must have been scared.
Yeah, I would almost piss myself if I would grab like that in the grand final of this tournament. So, seems like both teams are pretty much backing off though, and that's a little bit of a wasted word, I would say. It is only a ghost word though, so not the biggest deal. Seems like Elise is gonna go ahead and start on her own red buff, and we have Lee Sin on the other side starting at his red buff as well. So it doesn't look like there's gonna be any kind of 2 versus 2 action in the near future, simply because Lee Sin is gonna end up at the bot side of the jungle, and Elise is going to end up on the top side.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe they both decide to go mid lane early game.
Yeah, we've seen Lee Sin early trying to see if he can get some kind of early kill or early gank out. He has been doing that a lot right after that level 2 with the red buff. He is definitely the most dangerous possible right there. So we actually see a lane drop coming out here. Pokemon Code going up against LA Gamble. His support is not there yet, just because they are invading right now. Actually finding Explicit right here. This is actually a good job by Dim, just completely zoning out, smiting this one here. Actually trying to go for Explicit afterwards. Nope, just backing out after a bit of poke. Tryndamere is coming down right here, trying to zone them out, but it's still a 3 versus 2 situation right here. First blood actually coming out. Gragas coming in the middle of everything and getting the kill there, getting immediate takedown afterwards. But can Pokemon Code follow this up? He is getting exhausted, and Ash is finally coming down right here. Unfortunately, they don't have any kind of hard CC here, so they probably have to back away. But wow, a lot of early aggression right there.
Yeah, I did not expect that damage coming out of Gragas right there. He pretty much 3-shot Ori, to be honest. Yeah. Ori was only level 1 though, and Gragas had gotten his level 2, so he did a lot of damage to that Ori. And it actually seems like Gragas is heading for that top lane right now, gonna try to deal with Sona and Ori, since Trinamer's not the greatest 1 versus 2 laner.
Meanwhile, bot lane, we actually see a grab on Jay here. He is definitely under pressure. Even though he's a ranged champion, he is gonna have a lot of trouble under this turret here. Jess is just trying to poke down the turret as much as possible, and he is really trying to see if he can get some early damage and an early turret. They're really loving this, all the teams right now, getting that early turret and getting out of the lane phase fairly quickly.
Yeah, now we have Tryndamere in the mid lane going up against Ori actually. So we're gonna see how that plays out. Tryndamere, Pokemon Code on Tryndamere has shown to be, oh my god, a boss lane.
Yeah, bot lane is getting engaged on. He actually flashed over just to get XL winner here. He's definitely gonna go down, but the same is Jace. So question is what's gonna happen next right here. Santron has that rest buff, but Elise is coming in here. Actually used the repel, but nice. Nice shield to his minion there, getting out of range here. Getting caught by the cocoon was probably just gonna take a bit of poke there. Still has a lot of damage.
So much damage.
Yeah, he has, but Jess is just in the background, doesn't really want to commit too much to that one, but definitely showing what he's worth right now. So this
Yeah.
is crazy, bro. We really want to look at top lane and see how Hornyordle is doing. He's sitting on around the same CS as Ari, just because of that early advantage. And I think this is actually a great idea because, in my opinion, Gragas can't really stay in the backline farming with barrels. He's probably gonna use a lot of mana, but if he can contain himself, it could be just fine for him, just farming out those lanes. And in a couple of levels, he should be able to just pick off the entire caster minion line in one barrel. So he's taking a lot of damage right here just because of going in for the body slam. Doesn't have any kind of sustain other than his ability to drink that meat. But apart from that, he's gonna struggle right now.
Yeah, the turret is actually taking quite a substantial amount of damage right here. Elise is coming for backup though, so it's not gonna take too much damage. They don't want that early game turret being taken down by Nebado here. We've seen how early game turrets tend to snowball in our earlier games, but as we can see around the map, there are not too many wards being placed on. Actually, we have a grab on the bot lane onto Jace, almost going down. Actually, taking so much damage.
They do indeed, but they didn't actually have the ignite up. Excel Winner is running ignite, but it is on cooldown still, so not able to really commit onto it, but really poking him out there. Centurion is there for the moment right now, should be able to help him just get that XP and a bit of farm as well. But again, TLJ is so low, if they want to commit, I'm not really sure that's the best idea.
Yeah, me neither. You know, Grace is sitting back there, full HP. He's got that Vampire Scepter, so he's pretty strong at the moment. Meanwhile, you just see Ashe hasn't even backed from top lane yet, so she's probably sitting on some gold here. He's actually sitting on 1.4k, so he's probably gonna head back soon, get some nice items for himself. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, Jace is being zoned out completely right here.
Yeah, completely. And Lee Sin is seemingly having trouble deciding what to do. Like, he really wants to commit of helping, but he doesn't want to stay there if he doesn't get anything out of it, it seems. So it's not enough for him just to saving the turret, so he's going back to farming right now. And this could probably be an early turret if they're keeping on this pressure right here.
Indeed, it seems like Gragas was about to go back. He noticed though that Ashe and Sona are still in lane, so he's gonna stay and pick up a few more waves. Still actually doing fine with his CS here. He's at 36 CS compared to Jace's 29. Oh my god, he's actually going offensive here. Doing so much damage to Ashe, and he might even go down here. Turret doing so much damage. Getting out of sight, flashes for the kill. Very well played. He might even be able to pick up Sona here, but he's out of mana, so forced to back off. But that was really, really good play by Hornyordle.
Yeah, just the fact that he can use the barrel to just poke him down the turret. Meanwhile, mid lane, it's Pokemon Quarter getting fairly low, just jukes out the last amount of damage here. Can not really follow up on anything, but yeah, just amazing play from Hornyordle up top, managing to hit Ashe under the turret at the exact time the minion waves wasn't there yet, so he took immediate tower damage, so even though barrier wasn't even enough to sustain him. First turret going down, and it's of course the Excel Winner, and Jess is in the bot lane for going to Korea. So this first turret means a lot right now, because we are probably gonna see them mix it up once again. We have seen a lot of lane swapping going on. They might be able to do the same once again. Like, where's Graves and Blitz going right now? It's definitely gonna divide what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, it was a really good move by going to Korea to actually move Gragas to the top lane, because he's been working out that 1 versus 2 lane very, very good so far. And compared to Jace, he's been keeping his turret above half HP even, and he didn't even get help from Elise. So Lee Sin was bot lane I think 2 or 3 times, helping Jace to keep that turret. And even though the bot lane from going to Korea only has 1 range champion, so it shouldn't be as easy for them to push the turret.
Yeah, exactly. But definitely good job, and they're actually coming out on top CS wise as well. And feeling confident about everything, so just actually gonna invade right here. Seemingly getting this blue buff for free. Actually going to Jessis right now, so he will be a pushing beast right now. Just lay out those buckshots, and yeah, Jay, he's concerned right now. He has no idea where the enemy is. There, he is completely warded in bot lane. So he decides to back away, and now once again Pokemon Card is getting free farm.
Yeah, indeed. He's moved on to the bottom lane now, letting his AD carry and support roam the mid lane. They might even catch out Jace here. Jace here has no idea where Blitzcrank, Graves, and Elise are. Oh my god, this might be dangerous. Ori goes in for a ward, decides to back off though. She doesn't know where the rest of the enemy team is.
She's going offensive,
God,
but that's
almost.
a bad decision right here. Has to use his Spirit Walk to get out. Actually got out of Graves' ultimate, so that was definitely worth it though. Oh, the grab! Nice! Good job by them. And the fact that he uses Spirit Rust the exact same time he uses his Power Fist doesn't give him any range there, so Ari going down fairly easily to all that burst damage. And this is a dragon for sure.
Yeah, at the same time though, Ash is pushing down top lane, so they're probably gonna trade that dragon for a top lane turret. However, if I was going to Korea at this point, I would gladly take that trade.
Yeah, I definitely agreed, because the tower was so vulnerable just beforehand, just because they were sitting the AD carry up there and was able to farm fairly free. So it was going down either way, and this was definitely a great trade in my opinion. So
it also seems like going to Korea, they are really in the driver's seat of this game now. They are making the plays. And it's pretty much Nebado trying to answer the place of going to Korea here, because they're deciding the lane swaps. They're deciding who goes where and what gets done, it feels like.
Definitely so, and you can really see them coming out on top everywhere. The farm is quite even on the regular lanes, but if you look at Tryndamere versus Jace, who we are actually comparing, even though it's probably a bit unfair to Jace, but yeah, there's a big difference, and this difference is definitely gonna be shown as soon as Tryndamere comes into the mix when it comes to fighting. He has that Blade of the Ruin King finish. He's done that every game so far, just getting a quick Blade of the Ruin King, because it's so great for life steal, split, pushing, and fighting as well.
Yeah, indeed. Like, if you're Tryndamere, you might have a hard time catching on to people sometimes. Especially when you don't have any kind of movement speed, but with that Blade of the Ruin King, you're gonna be able to slow your opponents and actually reach them with your auto attacks. And if you have an auto attack in Tryndamere on you, you're not gonna be happy about that. Tryndamere still pushing up that top lane, but here's an Ash arrow coming into mid lane. There's the engage.
Yeah, the engage is almost hitting Yord, but unfortunately it doesn't. And he can go aggressive right now. 1 to Excel when he managed to flash away, but nice Q. Is it enough? Oh, just flash for the kill. Not even sure if it was necessary, but a double kill picked up there. They were definitely caught out, and I didn't think they expected so much damage coming out from Yord on Ari.
It was a little bit misfortunate though. Unfortunate. Sorry. It was a little bit unfortunate that Ash arrow didn't connect. It was so close, just going through everyone on going to Korea. But meanwhile, Tryndamere is pushing top lane.
He is so, but still, 2 lanes are getting pushed right now against 1. He got a turret, but they are losing 2 people and 2 turrets. So this is definitely getting them back into the game right here. Everything is once again open. It was starting to look a little bit as a snowball. I don't really want to say that because that's pretty early to determine, but it was looking like it was going one way. But right now we are actually kind of grouping up, and they really show that they can perform in team fights, and can they keep on doing that, that wins games in the end.
Tryndamere actually managed to steal the red buff away from Nebado right now, so he's gonna be having a lot of fun with that one. Red buff on Tryndamere is something that he will definitely enjoy. We'll see if Blitzcrank can manage to land a good grab right now. Seems like he's going off a little bit toward. There's a red word, so Nebado knows where he is right now.
He's spotted, but he has been actually pretty good with those grabs. I mean, almost every time on a clutch position, even though he is spotted beforehand, he's actually able to connect with those grabs. So can he do so once again on like Sona, Ari, Ash for example? They actually have a lot of squishes now I think about it. Like, he can actually grab whoever, and it would really be a great great initiation.
Yeah, indeed. Neither of the teams actually have a real tank on their team. So both teams are kind of squishy. However, they have a lot of damage to make up for that. Wow, Gragas Barrett actually doing pretty decent amount of damage to this Ashe. However, nothing too dangerous. Sona trying to heal it up as well as she can.
Yeah, he has finished the needlessly large rod on Gragas, and that's an important item in my opinion. As soon as you got that first really core item that you could build upon, and you can go many ways, like a Gragas with the Hourglass is awesome, and Gragas with Death Cap is amazing damage, so he can really mix it up a bit. Deathstrike Grasp is an opportunity as well. That's pretty old school, but you still can do it just because you have. Sometimes you have some time where you can't actually use any abilities. You use your barrel, and you use your ultimate, and a Deathstrike Grasp really synergizes as well there.
Yeah, indeed. If he gets in on that closer range, he can definitely make use of a Deathfire Grasp as well. But here comes Tryndamere down from top lane. Let's see if he can make something happen here in a 5 versus 4 situation. Oh, the flash.
Yeah, the flash came out at exactly the perfect time for LA Gamble. If he wouldn't have done so, he would probably been flying through the air into the middle of the enemy team. So that was definitely worth it. But again, one ultimate for a flash, that it's always worth it for going to Korea. I guess a bit later on is gonna have a lot of cooldown reduction. Still a minute right now with blue buff on the hook coming out, but they immediately answer it with the ultimate from Ashe Arrow, completely bursting down Blitzcrank right here, trying to keep on chasing here. Horny Yordle is probably the target of choice. He's going down as well. They are managing to get Lee Sin, but double kill for Sona. And this seems like to be a one-way street. They still need one more guy, of course, Tryndamere, trying to get away with his ultimate running. But this is an almost an ace. Only guy surviving is Elise, who wasn't even there. So great opportunity, just dodging the hook and completely at the same instant just re-engaging. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, you actually see Gragas picking up a Deathfire Grasp as his first item. He's gonna be doing a lot of single target damage. However, in that fight, the entire team of Going to Korea was pretty much locked down for the entire duration.
Yeah.
And there was a pretty much spot on Ashe ultimate hit connecting to Blitzcrank, and already did so much damage to him. He was pretty much dead in a matter of seconds, and then that was followed up by an amazing Sona ultimate as well, hitting pretty much the entire team of Going to Korea. So MVP of that fight, definitely Sona, hitting everyone with her ultimate.
Definitely so. They're probably gonna be a bit scared about this because are they missing the hooks? They are not that keen on initiating right after, so they are probably a bit on the back burner right now. They definitely have to contest this dragon right here. They can't let it just go unseen. Tryndamere is top lane, so it's definitely going down. Trying to initiate, but Explicit is getting a bit caught out right here. He's gonna re-repel into the middle of the team here. They are going fairly low to Gragas. Oh, but the Ashe Arrow comes out, hits hard Horny Yordle. He is stunned for quite a long time. Burst damage coming out for the entire team. One more kill, and Tryndamere is trying to capitalize on this, just pushing top lane. But I think if he's gonna do so, they might be struggling to hold their own inhibitor.
Yeah, indeed. However, Tryndamere is not the best champion for defending. He can't really go in there to clear the wave. If he does so, he would probably get caught and be bursted down. So he's probably going to get that top turret. So that's probably the best thing he could have done for his team right there. Sadly enough, with that team fight around Dragon, Blitzcrank hook really not connecting right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, and they probably need this engagement right here. Just because there is a strong initiate on the enemy team, they really need some kind of surprise initiation. Because when they're just standing there on top of each other, trying to get some kind of initiation, they're immediately getting these Ashe arrows, and they've really been connecting today.
Yeah, indeed. I have seen Ashe arrow missing once, and that was the fight mid lane.
Yeah.
Through everyone, but that was pretty unfortunate. However, the rest of them have been really spot on.
And this is definitely what you need, but once later in the game, if you miss that clutch arrow, you can definitely having a trouble initiating right after. But and that's a bit the danger of running like a damage composition as they are doing right now. They are like completely reliable on burst damage, so nothing core tankiness is coming out from any of the champions. We see Lee Sin probably building towards a Guardians, Aegis of the Legion, upgrading to Runic Bulwark. I think that was the Ruby Stone, and the Necrotron is 4. So as soon as he got that item, there'll be a bit more tankiness, but still 5 fairly squishy champions on the team.
Yeah, indeed. We see this Lee Sin, though, Santorin Reborn. He's actually not building as the last Lee Sin we saw. The last Lee Sin we saw was building pretty much pure HP.
Yeah.
That didn't really work out for him, and I really think that a build like this is a lot better for Lee Sin.
Yeah, definitely.
He will contribute a lot more to his team at the same time as he will be a lot more tanky than by simply stacking health.
See me so Pokemon Court and Ari against each other in bot lane. I actually see that the nation coming out here. Pokemon Court is trying to chase down, but actually decides to stop right there. You're losing his last Spirit Rush to get over the wall, away to safety. He actually started it with the charm, and he decided, oh no, Tryndamere, I'm not gonna go for it. So backing away, and he should probably stay away right now since he doesn't have his ultimate, and probably go help his team right now. Do you think they can just go in for this turret right now? They're in a 4 versus 4 situation.
I don't really think so, since Gragas has amazing wave clear with his barrel, so he's probably just gonna keep shoving those waves, letting Tryndamere split push. Tryndamare's actually going offensive onto Ori, using her whatever. She's running away, flashing over the wall there. Hourglass was the word I was looking for, sorry. Using her hourglass perfectly under the turret, saving her life by flashing over the wall. Great initiate by Tryndamere though.
He's actually stopping this recall. He really want to do something. He can't dive this just because of his ultimate, but it's probably a bit overextending. Pretty much man-moding if he does so. But he can stay there. He has this amazing life steal and life gain from his Q. So it's probably just gonna keep on pushing, and they really have to react to this soon. Lee Sin is the first one going over there, but can he just stay there and do anything? Like, I'm pretty certain he will be pushed out as well. There's 3 level in difference right now, but he has a decent rate clear, so getting him out of the seat right now.
Indeed, it seems like Nebado is just trying to keep up the pressure they have on the mid lane right now. Top lane is pushed in favor of going to Korea at this point. However, no one seems to be willing to deal with that. Instead, Nebado seems to be just grouping up in the mid lane, trying to make something happen here.
Yeah, and I think the sole reason for this is just the amazing poke. Right now, Jace is having a blue buff, and he can just really use that express gate to an advantage. They're trying to just clear out walls around Baron. Probably not gonna go for it, but trying to see if they can bait something out here could be pretty cool. And they really want to start a team fight in this kind of area here. They're probably gonna be split up because of Gragas, but if they start a team fight on their permissions, they can probably burst 1 or 2 down fairly quickly.
Indeed, we see a lot of vision coming out.
Excelwinner just warding over there, spotting the entire team, tried to grab, but unfortunately misses, so pretty dangerous stuff.
Yeah, we do see a lot of vision coming out from the team of Nebado right here. They don't want to get hooked, they don't want that Blitzcrank being able to grab their AD carry or any one of their squishy targets. So they're using a lot of wards to deny Blitzcrank, they're wasting a lot of money on that. However, they are ahead in terms of gold right now by approximately 2k.
Yeah, and Kunz could really bring out that early Oracle, and understandable, Excelwinner really had to react. He couldn't just sit around, watch all his ward being cleared, so he decided to pick up one as well. I think by his own terms it was pretty early, just because he haven't actually finished anything. But we see the initiation right here. It is on Pokemon Code. Is he managing to pop his ultimate? He is, so they're probably gonna re-engage. Hipster Jess is just trying to get out of the situation, actually doing a lot of damage right here. They're probably gonna turn this around. He's going down with LA Gamble, should be able to sustain this burst right here. But now both Gragas and Jess is coming in. Jess is just trying by himself all the heals. And oh my god, managing to get a double kill onto Jay right there. Unfortunately, no hook from Excelwinner. He should actually get out of this situation right now. And once again, teamfight wise, Nebado is coming out on top. It was close this time, but still, they are coming out 2 versus 1 alive.
Yeah, indeed. Feels like Ori is doing so much in terms of Nebado.
Yeah.
The Ori is doing so much damage, and he's also very clutch with those charms. Hitting Tryndamere with the charm every time pretty much and just bursting him down with his QW combo.
Yeah.
And seems like she's actually the major factor to why Nebado is winning team fights right now. You saw though, Gragas being able to do a lot of damage with his QE combo there.
Yeah. One thing worth noticing is like Jesse's had a lot of time right after he was initiated on. He was able to back away, and he was alone for quite a while afterwards, but wasn't able to do any kind of damage. He finished up the Blade of the Ruined King, but that's pretty much that's his main damage. Soon he's gonna have this Infinity Edge, and if he's gonna be left alone again, I think he does more damage. But
wow, Pokemon Quarter is in danger right now.
oh God, Pokemon, get away, man! They're actually not gonna react to it.
Oh?
They're considering like Jay going in alone. That would probably be a problem, but they really have to go up mid lane. It seems. I don't know why they didn't just go for him. He's of course he is level 15, higher than anyone else on the map right now. But still.
Oh right. They thought they were doing Baron actually, and the Pokemon Quarter were actually baiting down there.
Oh.
They didn't have any vision on the Baron before they actually walked there and warded over the wall. So they're probably suspecting them doing Baron here, but that would have been such a risky call.
Yeah. And they're probably considering it now. Now they know that was probably the fact right there of the scenario. He can actually bait it out, but what I really want to see, I want to see Nebado pushing right now. They should just storm down the mid lane, use their hardcore poke, and really try to get a fight right now, because they've been showing in a 5v5 scenario they are so much stronger. If they can get a 5 versus 4 scenario, they are even stronger. And they are trying to use Baron as a bait right now for a team fight probably. If they're not gonna go for it, they're definitely gonna go Baron fairly soon. He's already on half HP. They're trying to reinitiate here. Going on to Horny Yordle. He's going down so quickly. And they are disengaging this Baron right now here. He is pushing on bot lane, so getting a turret, but they are re-engaging Baron right here. 20% right now, going down 10%, 5%. Are they gonna get it? They are gonna get this time, and re-engaging right here onto Explicit. He's going extremely well low, and Yord picks up the kill. Look at the damage he's doing, just flashing over, missing the charm though, but still a lot of damage coming out to Jesse.
Look at Tryndamere though, he's getting the base star for this.
Oh God, LA Gamble is coming in. Can he kite him around? That's the question right here.
Wow,
he is going ham. He is going down. Is he? Oh, he's making the spin one more, popping the ultimate, just making sure.
God.
But Sona is coming right here. She won the piece of the cake. Oh, is she going down as well? No, the turret.
Actually having to use her exhaust right there. So
Yeah.
Tryndamere forcing exhaust and getting base turret. However, the rest of Team Nebado right now trying to push down that inhib.
They are trying, and they seem like they are actually doing so. The inhibitor goes down, a quick ward pops out, and they are going back. So, oh my God, that was really clutch, and you really need to react fast against this Tryndamere, because he's definitely trying to seize every opportunity. But this definitely, in every way possible, in a favor of Nebado. So they're looking great right now.
Yeah, Nebado looking great, sitting on about a 4.5k goal lead at this point. So they are a bit ahead, and they're also sitting on that Baron buff at the moment, which means they should be stronger in terms of team fights.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not they decide to engage or where they decide to push. But right now, the lanes are actually pushing in favor of going to Korea.
Yeah, the lanes are pushing just a bit, but it's just a matter of time before the super minions is putting on pressure the other way. One thing I've been thinking about the last couple of minutes is Excel Winner hasn't actually managed to hit any hooks for the past couple of minutes. Of course, he probably had some grab in mid of a team fight, but apart from that, he hasn't really had the opportunity to start a fight, and mainly just because the range on the S arrow is just so much longer. They can really use that way better than a Blitzcrank hook right now.
Indeed, and also the huge amount of wards being put down by Nebado is completely negating the power of Blitzcrank pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, he can't do any blind hooks for Nebado players. That they know where he is all the time, so they're just not going there. They're not letting him hook them. So, but here we see Lee Sin and Jace going to push out the bottom lane. They don't want to let this Tryndamere split push anymore. And this is gonna be dangerous for Tryndamere actually.
Yeah, I think mainly Tryndamere, he has some assistance in XL Winner, but here we see Yord coming in right now, actually using his Deathfire Grasp, but have to get away the turret damage is going on to him. They have a lot of minions, and they have this Baron buff, so they should be able to push in here easily. Graves is on top lane, and he needs to get back as soon as possible for them not to losing yet another tower here. Barrel come out just to do damage right now, and of course wave clear, but they are gonna regen this quite fast, I think, both with the Sona heals and with the natural regen from Baron buff.
Indeed, they are. It seems like Tryndamere is trying to hold down the mid lane, trying to push out those super minions.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, though, Nebado is going to try to keep on pushing bot lane.
They are doing so, hitting everything it seems. Amazing damage coming out. Oh my god,
wow.
Yeah, that Q does so much damage, and this is their strong suit right now. They can poke while they are pushing, and this is just giving them heaps amount of trouble right now.
Yeah, that shock blast is doing so much damage to that Blitzcrank, and he's just eating them over and over again.
Back in right now, and is this the opportunity to go in? They can definitely do a lot of damage. Oh my god, the turret is going down so fast. We actually see the ass arrow hitting once again. It's on to Jessis, but amazing crescendo, hitting 4 people once again, and the damage is coming out from everywhere. Pokemon Card manages to get away, same as Gragas, but they are really on the backbone right now. First kill coming out right here, and this is going on to Blitzcrank. Disengages really quick when they're getting low, and Pokemon Card actually coming out right here. Oh, nice kick. He is being ignited and barreled to the face, so it's going down though. But they're managing to get the inhibitor, get a couple of kills, and being able to, well, re-engage most of the team. So amazing push there from Nebado. That damage on the turret, man, really baffled me how fast it really went.
Yeah, indeed, they really took that tower fast, and they also got that inhib turret. But apart from that, there was a one-for-one trade in terms of champion kills. And I have to give some credit to Blitzcrank. They're actually hitting a very nice hook onto Ahri in the beginning of the fight, forcing her to pop her hourglass instantly, pretty much, not being able to do too much during that fight. However, her team's still doing a lot of work.
Definitely so. And I think the only reason they actually came back a bit in that fight was the fact that they could just go back to the fountain. For example, Pokemon Card had home guard boots, instantly get their health back and get back in there. And that was the fact that they were having like a bigger upper hand in that fight just because it was so close to their base. But the fact still stands right now. They lost their bot inhibitor, they have lost their mid inhibitor, and this is definitely looking like Nebado's game right now.
Indeed it does. However, that mid lane inhibitor is respawning in only a few seconds right now, so if they can manage to defend their bottom inhib until it respawns, they can quite possibly get into this game again.
Yeah. And it's probably all gonna rely on this Baron buff right here. It should spawn any second right now. They have lost it like a minute ago or so. So as soon as that spawns, I can actually see on the overlay 1 minute 30 seconds. So as soon as the Baron spawns, I think we're gonna see Nebado being all over that that snake. And if they get that, they once again can just utilize their amazing push. Oh! He's actually going in to tank the turret, but immediately gets grabbed though, but his team follow up nicely, pushing the Blitzcrank away and taking the turret, so he didn't actually take that much damage. But once again we see TLDJ having this blue buff and just relying on that spam, and with the mana mirror he can just wreck everyone.
Yeah, we see Blitzcrank grab almost connecting right there, but not quite having enough range. We have some pings around Baron right now, and it should be up in about 50 seconds though, so they might have mistimed this, or our timers are a little bit off. Either way, it seems like they have to wait. Actually, it's up right now, so they're more than likely gonna pick this up for free. There's no way going to Korea is gonna make it there in time, so they're gonna have to group up in their base and try to defend it as good as they can.
Ezra coming down! Oh my god, barely hitting Gragas. He's a fat dude, but he actually managing to just suck his belly in and just dodge that thing. So the initiation is gone, but they still have a lot of damage, a lot of poke. So see if they can they're probably gonna use the charm here as the next initiation tool. Can he hit a charm once again as he's been doing before? They can probably do something about it still.
Yeah, but now would be the best time ever for a Blitzcrank grab, though. They don't have anything to counter it, pretty much. Well, they have the Sona Crescendo, but if he manages to land a grab... Oh, that was pretty close.
Yeah.
But if he manages to land a grab onto, for example, Ashe or Ori, it might be pretty dangerous for Nebado.
Yeah, push coming in right here. Bell coming out from Gragas. Explosive cast not doing a lot of work so far. Actually caught out a bit of Yord here. Is actually getting caught out. But the guy who's taking a lot of damage is XL Winner. He's going down immediately. And Repel used to just get away from the sheer damage. Pokemon Quarter has to use his ultimate as well. Can he get gambled beforehand? No, he can't. So it's a double kill for Ash right now. Actually staying alive. Lee Sin considering diving here. Very low Horny Yordle. But they're just playing it safe right now. And they're all up in this base right here. Nothing is actually keeping them back. They're having minions rushing in here. Super minions coming in. And they should be able to take both turrets. Asher coming out! Well, it's okay. This is the perfect time to miss an Asher, I think. They are actually all over this here. Are actually just able to end the game right here. Popping the Nexus and winning the first game in the finals. So wow, Nebado stepping up, man-moding, and making the score 1 versus 1.
Indeed, they actually managed to equalize this series here,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be 1-1 in 1-1 in games here. Sorry. So the first team to win 2 games right now is going to take home the series.
Definitely so, and we're gonna take a quick break. The teams just have a couple of minutes to discuss strategies. They're swapping sides, and we'll definitely getting into game number 2 of this finals in any second. Stay tuned.